What's up YouTube and welcome to another innovative take on the Patriot archetype. This is another deck by Gunny and another one of his two decks that won the Jucon Cup recently, a 151 player tournament in Korea. Gunny won it with two unconventional deck choices. The other one was a movement deck that I already covered in a recent video. You can find a link right here. But I think this one also deserves a shout out because it has been performing really well and it does give a lot more flexibility to the player than Patriot decks usually do. So what makes this deck different and special? First of all, we played two very important anti-meta tech choices. The two strongest and most common decks in the meta are Shuri decks as well as Sera control decks. And Shang Chi mostly takes care of those Shuri decks, while Leech keeps us safe from Killmongers and Enchantresses and anything of the likes. I know Leech is one of the most hated cards in the game, but this deck also plays him in kind of a fair and humble way. You have to invest a full 5 energy and your turn 5 to play him out, and he is kind of crucial to counteract all of the unfair stuff that a lot of other decks in the current meta can do. Besides that, the special inclusions here are the Thing as well as Abomination. For most of Marvel Snap's existence, people have considered these to be too clunky to be played in anything. But they really show an interesting strength in this deck, and that is that they can allow a Patriot deck to go tall in locations. What do I mean by going tall? That just means being able to play very high power cards while not taking up a lot of location space. Because everyone knows Patriot as a deck that can go wide very easily. That means playing a lot of small stuff like Squirrels from Squirrel Girl, Debris Rocks, as well as Ultron's drones. And then they receive buffs by Blue Marvel and Patriot, but it is very predictable. It is very easy to calculate for our opponents just how much power we can put out to fill up each location. But Abomination and Thing will probably catch them by surprise quite often. Both of them are also somewhat protected from Shang-Chi's, because if we expect our opponent to play Shang, we could as well just leech their hand before getting those high power numbers online. Although this looks a bit like a beginner Patriot deck, this one has been surprisingly flexible and allowed a lot of skill agency. It's hard to say which Patriot version is currently the best, but I personally felt like this was a bit stronger than the best Patriot deck that's currently running around with Valkyrie, as well as the Patriot Surfer decks or other traditional Patriot decks. And it did help me climb within the infinite rank at a pretty good pace, and I want to share some highlights from that climb with you. Stuba. I feel like our hand's good enough to snap. Kiln is now tough to contest for our opponent, and we can get in there easily with Ultron. Like, even if we don't have a play for next turn, Abomination into Ultron just wins. That's highly unlucky. I very much like Debris here though. Could be this, and then Ultron left on the final turn, just to get more use of Angela. I guess I can keep Wasp until the final turn. Doesn't really make sense to play her already. So many Enchantresses today, what's going on?
Clear for takeoff.
Still win the right side. The Ultron. But I guess it has to be A-bomb into Ultron. Just so we're also tall enough in the middle. Can't get arrowed here. We are chilling. This is an issue though, not winning the middle. If they play Killmonger, I guess they win. No, they have priority. Have to be Nova Killmonger. Should be a win in most scenarios. It's fine. GG's. It's very important here to realize that our opponent has priority, and therefore they can't really stop this. Salmon. Wolverine is my spirit animal. Okay, interesting. Iceman. Oh, I hope we hit their Mr. Negative or whatever. Wait, Bastard Iceman? That can only really be bounce, right? Which means they can't get into Sanctum, but we easily can. I gotta snap before showing them Misty Knight. I would like to see the third location first. But as soon as they see Misty Knight, they know we play cards like Squirrel Girl, Ultron Debris. And while we're almost guaranteed to draw at least one of them until the game ends, we still gotta get there. So rebro. So if they have Bishop left, they're probably gonna try to bounce on the right side, which means we can clog them up further with Debris. The Thing on the right is also pretty good. Blue Marvel left, Ultron right. Seems to be the play. It does get scary now if they bounce on the right though. Then maybe I should play Ultron left even. We'll see what happens here. Or maybe it's just not Ultron because I'm winning the middle with just the buffed rock already. Okay, low key, what if it's Cerebro here? Right now we are... Ah no, Debris takes the buff. Never mind. We have priority too. But they did play the demon out. They can't really... Like, Angela is huge, but they don't really have any other huge cards left. So this seems like the best play. It's just our straightforward, the highest power play. Coulson. Somewhat scary, but they're almost out of energy. And let's go. Pinpoint precision right here. Victory. This was all about knowing the matchup. Knowing we just have to win one of the two side locations. And going tall on one of them. Ooh, now we're talking. In this deck, is it better to have Mystique copy Blue Marble rather than Patriot? Depends on the situation. Depends entirely on what you have on the board. Pinjet Cork, probably a Darkhawk Dino deck, which is fine for us because we play Shang. Just need to find Patriot Mystique. No, just Patriot and we're fine. We have everything we need to win this. Leech is also pretty nasty in this matchup. We just keep on passing, nothing to do. I'm just waiting for my opponent to snap. Come on, how have you not snapped yet? I give them a few seconds to snap here. There you go, thank you. How do we do this board space wise though? We Ultra next turn, Strange Academy moves the bots over, and then Blue Marvel Mystique is a play. Without Patriot, I don't feel super confident yet, I gotta admit. And bazing! Goodbye! I think it's this though, Ultron and then Blue Marvel Mystique. What if it's Ultron middle? Because we really want to try to win Baxter building, it probably makes more sense. We do lose one bot overall, but I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, so Patriot is strictly better here. Gives them more buffs than Blue Marvel. In that case, Rock. They have priority too. We don't even have to worry about a random top deck. Shang, Enchantress, whatever. They basically just need to decide if we have it or not. Even an honestly played Leech leaves a bad taste. I mean, this one wasn't entirely honest. This was a turn 4 Leech because of the Elysium mana cheat. It was kind of an honest Leech though. But the most important takeaway from this game was letting our opponent fall into the trap by giving them enough time to snap. It's Jake again. Good hand so far. Did we get info on what kind of Thanos deck our opponent's playing? Not really. They played Viper. Wait until 6th of April. But is it another... Wait, is that Diablo's release date or is it another beta? Wait, so they're playing Thanos Junk Control? This goes hard. 6th of July, not April. Okay, but do they not have any more beta access or anything of the likes until the 6th of July? Seems pretty insane. Okay, I think we want the Thing middle. Next turn we go like Patriot, Mystique middle, and then Ultron.
It's clobbering time.
I feel like we should probably snap.
Snap. Opponent snapped.
Abomination is 9 power. Ultron is only 8. They have priority, I don't have to care about Shang. The only question is Abomination enough here? Go up to 13. But we also get +4 from Mystique, it should be enough. Question is also, what did our opponent get inverted by the peak? And it's best to use debris. It's on a case-by-case basis. Whenever you feel like you have the best shot at putting your opponent into location clog trouble. But at the same time, sometimes you just want to play debris for tempo. Like if you already have your turn 4, 5, 6 play set up, you just want to play debris on turn 3. Oh, Mystique whiffs here. In that case, I should have played Ultron, I think. Ultron would have won on tiebreakers. I would not have expected an Enchantress in this deck. Oh. We will snap, but it is a mistake to snap here on turn 1. It makes it way too obvious. First want to chill out. There's no reason to snap before we show our opponent the first card that we're playing.
Opponent snapped.
Even better. Okay, maybe it's a Patriot Mirror. No, just a discard deck with a good opening, and Leech will absolutely ruin their dreams. Oh, this is also good for us. So this is either Washington DC or Limbo. Lockjaw discard, okay. The rock was perfectly placed. The thing. We just gotta hope we don't get leech this turn. Okay, we're chilling.
It's clobbering time.
We have priority, that's also huge if they want to play Modok this turn. Leech just ruins their dreams. This, by the way, is an honest and humble Leech. Investing a full 5 energy to play a Leech on turn 5. And bye! There was some high APM retreating. Oh. Leona. Okay, this could be a real Nightcrawler. Does not have to mean we're facing a bot yet.
Oh, snap.
Okay, another great use case for debris because we're gonna clog them in their Angela location. This seems to be some Khazar type deck. Blue Marvel into Patriot Mystique. Seems really, 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 really strong. Oh, they're also not bad though. I feel like this has best chances of winning. Like an escape situation? No, not at all. We get +8 in the middle here. +9 actually with Blue Marvel. On the left side we're getting a ton, right side we're also getting +10 even. The only question is where do we play Wasp? Like basically, do we think our opponent's playing Mystique? That deck usually doesn't play Mystique, so I don't really care too much about it here. Interesting. Might have been a human player after all. Maybe someone just cosplaying as a bot.
Victory.
Ah, no, wait. The Ant-Man. The Ant-Man. Does it have... No. It looks like it has Glimmer, but it doesn't. Oh, it's because the Ant-Man has its ongoing effect activated, right? That's what the animation is for. Guess we'll never find out. Some people are really getting creative with usernames. Generally not good for us. If we had a Wasp in hand, we could maybe contest this, but we have to assume our opponent it's faster than us here, especially with Space Stone. So I will not be snapping here, but I will say we have a good chance of winning this. We have a very flexible hand. No useful draw sucks though. Oh, they locked themselves out completely with low power nonsense. Okay, we might get leeched here. Like, Thing makes sense for power, but Debris is just amazing for clogging them further. I think I like Debris more.
Opponent snapped.
Ooh, we're not even getting leeched. What is this? Leech middle and then just Shang, right? Just gotta hope they don't drop Blue Marvel this turn. Okay, so unless they top deck... Blue Marvel, we should be winning here. It's really hard for them to play a card here that beats 7 power, but does not die to Shang. I guess Professor X? This just looks like the standard Lockjaw version. I don't think we're snapping back here, that makes the Shang way too obvious. Perfect! GG's. I honestly think they might have had Blue Marvel in hand and the Leech just came in super clutch.
Victory.
That's good for us. I don't think we're playing Squirrel yet. We might play her final turn. Right now she's too much clustering. Probably snap turn 3 right before we show Debris. Unless our opponent makes us think that they might play Killmonger. We have a counter for A. We can be patient with Debris. Try to clog them a little bit later.
Oh, snap.
They're probably going Shuri left, Red Skull middle, so Debris right will clog them in both of those. Not quite sure if I'm playing Debris next turn though, or something like Leech. But okay, Debris right guarantees the win on the left, then I just need to win the middle. Red 15, Abomination. Gonna be very tall. Especially with the Red Skull extra buff. I think we just win this. Easy. Abomination is 14 right now. Patriot Mystique and the Red Skull buff. So again, pinpoint precision. This is so sneaky as well. People don't expect Abomination or anything that's this tall in a Patriot deck.
Victory.
GG's. Something like a Wasp this turn, a Squirrel Girl this turn would have been sick. Or a very dishonest and not humble turn 3 Leech from Indonesia. Isn't it like 3 AM in Indonesia or something like that? Sunspot Ebony Maw. It's usually gonna be a ramp deck. Oh, there's multiple approaches for this. Could go for an early Leech. We can also just like Patriot, Mystique, Squirrel to get some power into the middle. Leech, and then we gotta hope we find Ultron in time though. I like the Patriot line. 5:30 AM. Oh, then the time difference isn't as big as I thought. Only like 5 hours. Okay, it's a ramp deck that didn't find Electro. I'm not sure if they want... Oh, they kind of had to play Sandman in there. So this is Shang Chi for a win. We could do something like Squirrel Girl middle thing, right? I don't think Blue Marvel does that much anymore. GG's. It was kind of hard to piece together the final turn here. We basically just have to play around a Dr. Droom that was recently drawn. Leech makes it much easier. I think it's something with like Debris right side, and then the question is if we Blue Marble or Shang. Okay. So second ago, Terra was playing Electro Ramp with Sandman. It's great for us. That's fine. This is a situation where it's perfect that we play the Thing and Abomination. Because we can go really tall instead of going wide. And it's Electro Ramp. Let's keep one space open everywhere for now.
It's clobbering time.
Bzz. Honest and humble Leech. No Odin for you. This is favorable for us, right? We just gotta play into the Sunspot lane. We only lose to a top deck non-silenced Odin. Or Magneto, but I don't think Magneto is enough. GG's!
Victory.
Important to play our big card into the Sunspot location though, to not get off guard. To not get caught off guard by them getting power into two locations here in that final turn. I wish they would make it, like I wish they would give it a more obvious animation if both players retreat. Always very hard to even realize, to even see. Okay, we know we're up against Galactus, so if we draw Leech, we're gonna be chilling. They destroyed nothing. District X, not District X, Lamentus 1 destroyed the whole deck. Okay, usually this would be an insta-snap, but since we don't have Galactus, we gotta be patient here. Since we don't have Leech, oh my goodness, it's getting too late. I'm just starting to talk nonsense here. As long as they're not snapping, we're okay. As soon as they snap, we run. Pretty simple and straightforward. This is fine. They didn't snap yet. I don't think they're holding Galactus. Don't snap on having the Patriot Mystique combo. Not if I know I'm playing against Galactus. Oh, might still be Galactus. If I had Leech in hand, I would have snapped ages ago in this matchup. Actually, a very very common misconception. English is hard. A very common misconception to always snap on certain hand states. Because whether or not you snap always depends on whether or not you're ahead of your opponent or behind. Okay, and this looks like Nimrod. And they will play Nimrod middle. There's no shot they play left. I think I will be the one that snaps now. So yeah, the reason behind snapping is not that you hold certain cards. But the reason behind snapping is you being ahead of your opponent or behind your opponent. Okay, so we're only scared of Destroyer. Destroyer would not go left. Go middle or right. Probably middle. This beats Destroyer in all 3 locations. Galactus does always destroy from left to right, but that was not the only reason they played Nimrod mid. The reason was they're not gonna Shuri into a 10 power Nimrod into Quantum Realm, which sets it down to 2, right? That would be nonsensical.